Hey guys, it's Hunter. Welcome back to another video. So, water is wet and Slash has a new signature Gibson Les Paul. This time though, there's only 250 of these in the world. And I have no idea how, but I have managed to snag one. Like, Gibson just straight up gave me this guitar for the video. I must have caught them when they were drunk or something, but I am not complaining, because this guitar is awesome. Now, what I've realized from the 2 weeks I've had with this guitar so far is that Slash's signatures are either the worst or the best, depending on your perspective. So smash the shit out of that like button, and let's take a closer look. Alright, so what is Slash known for? Well, he's known for playing Les Pauls, he's known for tasteful, bluesy-inspired rock licks, he's known for that iconic top hat, and underneath that top hat, he's known for having that glorious full head of hair. And did you know that 2 out of 3 men will experience some sort of male pattern baldness by age 35? It seems that Slash has beaten the odds. But you may know someone who's suffering from hair loss, and if you don't want to be one of them, you want to know about today's sponsor, Keeps. That was a big setup for that segue. So Keeps offers affordable, clinically proven treatments to help stop hair loss and improve hair growth before it's too late. They offer generic versions of FDA-approved hair loss products delivered right to your door. That means you save a trip to the doctor, save a trip to the pharmacy, save valuable time and money. They also have an award-winning all-natural thickening shampoo and conditioner system formulated to help strengthen healthy hair. You know, give it the best fighting chance possible. So if you're ready to take action and prevent hair loss, head on over to keeps.com/Agufish or click the link in the description. For you guys, you'll get 50% off your first order. That's keeps.com/Agufish. Keep your head covered, and of course, clicking the link helps support the channel by letting them know that I sent you. But enough about hair and how glorious Slashes may or may not be. Let's talk about this guitar. So yeah, I have no idea how I managed to talk my way into this one. I've been working with the Epiphone a lot. I love Epiphone, been an Epiphone fanboy since before I even started making YouTube videos. And it's been about 3 years since I've checked out a new Gibson. So I thought, you know, I'll just ask. And they were like, yeah, actually Slash has a new signature dropping to commemorate the release of his new album, which also happens to be the first Gibson Records release. It's a limited edition called the Les Paul Standard 4, comes in translucent cherry. You want to try it out? Yes. So this is actually the first new Gibson that I've owned. I've only bought Norland Rescues before this that are about 50 years older. One of them is exactly 50 years older, in fact. First thing I noticed, this one smells much better. New Gibsons smell like vanilla, and it's awesome. It has something to do with the buffing compound, if I remember correctly. Could be totally wrong. Either way, amazing. They should totally smell this as a candle. And I was unaware until afterwards that this is one of only 250 limited 4 album editions worldwide. Guys, like, seriously, what the fuck? I have no idea how this has happened either. But, yeah, we moved. So, not only is this a very limited edition model to commemorate the album launch and the supporting tour, which is currently underway, but it also comes with an insane suite of related case candy. You've got the 4 album in vinyl. Do I have a vinyl player? No. Is it still fucking cool? Absolutely yes. Poster signed by Slash, Miles Kennedy, and the rest of the conspirators. Awesome. I love Miles Kennedy, man. Dude has some serious pipes. 4 decal sticker, which I guess you could put on your guitar using the included visual guide. I will not be doing that, but to each their own, whatever floats your NASCAR, I guess. Even the case itself is special. The outer material is the same smooth Tolex on my Mesa Boogie dual rack, black stitching and black piping. The case is also kind of massive to accommodate the vinyl and all the other goodies. It also has that special 4 graphic, although that and the Gibson logo almost look like water slide decals. But the signed poster and the vinyl, those are the highlights. They're super fucking cool. You also get Grover strap locks with the Slash models, which is very nice. And of course you get the standard Gibson stuff, the multi-tool, the microfiber cloth, the optional pick guard. Yeah, fucking right, that's staying in the case. I'm not covering this top. And Slash has been playing guitars based on the legendary 59 standards forever. That's what he likes, so if you're familiar with those, you pretty much know already what this guitar is all about when it comes to the specs. Solid 1-piece mahogany body, 2-piece AAA flame maple cap. I don't believe it's weight relieved. It definitely doesn't feel like it. If I were to guess, this is about 9.5 pounds. It's not for the faint of heart or faint of back, as the case may be. And the translucent cherry was not a color I was expecting to absolutely fall in love with from the website photos. When Gibson dropped the stock images, I was like, I don't know about that one. Vermilion bursts, a deep red, that's cool, but a bright red on a Les Paul? When I unboxed it though, my first reaction, literally out loud, was holy shit. Holy shit. In person, it works. On the AAA flame maple cap, it really works, and I love the depth of character you get from a proper figured cap. It's cool because it's a fairly modern color on what is otherwise a firmly traditional guitar. The neck has a vintage 50s rounded shape. It's big and chonky, I'm not even gonna lie to you. Gibson does make larger necks, but this is not small. So especially if you play a lot of chords, it's really comfortable. Your hand is not gonna cramp up. The fingerboard is a super nice piece of rosewood. I had to double check to make sure it wasn't ebony when I first unboxed the guitar because it's got this nice dark hue to it. And these days I'm used to seeing much lighter pieces being used in modern guitar manufacturing. The thing that gave it away though, it's got that loose rosewood grain. And while I was looking at it up close, I noticed the fingerboard had a lot of deep tool marks all over the board. That being said, while all the tool marks and excess glue spots aren't ideal on a $3,000 instrument, you won't feel them at all when you're riffing out on this thing. But listen, this being a $3,000 guitar, expectations on the details are different. So that's a shame, but when it comes down to it though, this is a fucking player. I played some bad Gibsons during the Henry J era. Since new management took over, seems like the passion is back and the guitars by and large have been great. Specifically, I haven't come across any major fretwork issues, and that's the same here too. It's great. It's just great. It's got the fingerboard binding too, one of my favorite features of Gibson guitars. It looks really cool, but the original purpose was to make sure there were no sharp metal fret ends, and the result is just this smooth playing neck. Like, I really enjoy this. I haven't been able to put it down, and I'm not really sure what's happening here, because I've always been more into the 70s customs, simpler plane tops, ebony fingerboards, much thinner necks, and you see a lot of metal guys play customs. Lately, though, I've been really into the standards, which are super dad rock guitars, and it's very bizarre because I was just not interested in owning one at all before. I don't know what's going on, but man, I'm just really vibing with this right now. It's such a comfortable player. Now, interestingly, when the Slash collection first launched in 2020, the pickups were listed as Gibson Slashbuckers, and I guess Seymour Duncan was not too pleased with that naming because they're now Gibson Custom Burstbucker Alnico 2s on the spec sheet. From forum posts and things online, they seem to be fairly close to standard Burstbuckers, which also feature Alnico 2 magnets, but unfortunately I don't have any for direct comparisons. But yeah, they sound like Burstbuckers to me. They have that familiar, classic, warm PAFE tone. Burstbuckers have actually really grown on me, especially the uncovered versions. You know, they weren't originally designed for world-ending amounts of gain, but they actually handle it pretty well, and they've got this interesting smoothness to them compared to super high output modern pickups. So they're interesting. You can get a lot of round fullness to high gain rhythms. Inside the control cavity, the electronics have been hand wired to a metal grounding plate, which acts as a harness template as well. No PCBs here. And they've used the classic orange drop capacitors, which are about as close to legendary as capacitors can get. Man. Okay, so some final thoughts. Some weird fingerboard jankiness aside, which you hate to see on a guitar in this price range, this is just a fantastic player. I genuinely enjoy the shit out of playing this guitar every time I pick it up. This is one that's going to be with me for a long time, and you guys are going to see more on the channel. But going back to what I said at the beginning, I can see why so many people think Slash's guitars are kind of the worst types of signature models. Spec-wise, this is essentially a Les Paul Standard 50s with the added Slash stacks. And on the other side of the coin, this is a Les Paul Standard 50s in a really cool modern exclusive finish. And if you're just a massive fan of Les Pauls like I am, I'm kind of glad they didn't change much. I would have liked to see his signature Seymour Duncans in there though. Those were a big highlight of the Epiphone signatures I tried. I'm also just a sucker for limited editions. They hold their value particularly well, and especially this one. Big fan of Slash, big fan of Miles Kennedy. You know, the case candy alone is sick. The vinyl, the signed poster, and it even comes with a bonus Les Paul, one of only 250 made worldwide. How about that? I don't know, man. I've recently been getting more into standards after being an exclusively custom guy for years. This is an exceptional Les Paul standard in a cooler color than your normal Les Paul standard dad rock colors. The fretwork is flawless. The fingerboard itself, like the actual piece of rosewood, is really nice, and I generally don't fucks with rosewood fingerboards. I've played some absolutely horrendously dog shit Les Pauls. This is not one of them. Yeah, so that pretty much sums up my first experience owning a new Gibson Les Paul in 2022. Big shout out to Gibson for sending this guitar over for us to check out together. Hopefully they don't hate me, and I'd love to know what you're thinking in the comments down below. If you're new around here, feel free to subscribe. You made it all the way to the end of the video, so you must have found it at least a little bit enjoyable. Make sure to hit the bell and take all notifications if you don't want to miss any new uploads from me. Huge thanks to Luke Kramer for, again, doing a great job with the demo mix. And shout out to all my wonderful patrons for making this and all the other videos possible. If you want to join them, support the channel, and get bonus extras, link to do that will be in the description. Affiliate, social media, and Discord server links are also down below. As always, thank you so much for watching. You've been awesome, and I'll see you for the next video.